It's been some time since I've been on the manosphere part of YouTube. Something about Andrew Tate and his orbiters, overly masculine men, and the fakeness of it all detracted me from it, but this video from Hamza called out my attention, so I just felt like I needed to comment over it, wrap it with a nice bow, and make it a banger!
Men learn from their mistakes, and wise men learn from the mistakes of others.
They say that folks talk, cowards stay silent, wise men listen. So comment on the video right now if you're not a coward. Hamza is a content creator on the manosphere side of YouTube. He shares his advice on life, his mistakes, and what he learned from them, and tries to teach you with his journey in life. I used to watch him a few years back, but it just fell off my radar because I just stopped being interested. Don't get me wrong, I genuinely think that he's a cool guy. Sometimes he gives good advice, sometimes he gives bad advice, so it's a mixed bag and you need to take it with a grain of salt. The life experience as a whole is different for everyone. There is no specific road to take in order to get to a certain destination. In fact, you can have two different people with two completely different lives that reach the same goal in the end. But as you all know, for me to be covering Hamza, it's because he had a really bad and dumb take.
Poo-poo.
And it's normal if you spend your days speaking to the camera. You're only bound to make a mistake at some point and be subject to ridicule. For you, it might be your opinion and you might think that you're right, but for other people, you're not. And I'm part of the other people, and that's exactly what Hamza did.
The breakup was 2 months ago, but I just haven't made like a video about it because I didn't want to make like a video for views.
Hamza has gone through multiple different stages in life and his mindset. He had this monk mode phase where all he cared about was working and grinding hard. Bro was locked in and only wanted to grind hard. Then he went through his phase of freak all the girls possible, all the blonde single moms in your area. Where your mama at? Bring me your mama. Then he had this Andrew Tate phase where he was one of his orbiters, also joining the make online courses and profit off of your lonely and desperate fans trend. And then his latest phase was getting a thread life, get a thread wife, live with her forever and ever. But apparently that didn't quite pan out since he left a mysterious delight in the toilet bowl.
Poo-poo.
So by the different stages of Hamza, we can see that it changes a lot. Hamza seems to just not be able to stick with his goals for a long time. 1 week he wants this, the other week he wants that, the other he wants some other random thing. Bro just can't decide what he wants. In it by itself, for me it's not big deal. The thing is, Hamza can't be indecisive in a long-term relationship. Therefore, he can't give advice on it. I mean, he can give advice, but I wouldn't listen unless I want to end up like him and fail.
And you're polarizing her, you're staring into her eye, you go in for the kiss like a masculine guy and everything, and let's be honest, you get her wet.
Ew. TMI. You've ever heard of too much information, buddy? Anyway, Hamza keeps telling his Prince Charming story on how to raise up a level 5 gyat shawty. Of course, he has to insert his masculine guy and masculine spiel, and honestly, I don't mind. And as we know in this channel, and like I'm always saying this, we do not discriminate in this community. So if you're a fanboy and your long-term relationship works out, hats off to you. But this is Hamza's video and channel, so you'll have to bear with it. So he keeps on describing his first months of a relationship where everything generally goes smooth sailing. They are in their honeymoon stage of the relationship. Everything is love and rainbows, but eventually the tides are bound to shift and they are bound to get into fights. And that's where the real relationships go and thrive and the fake ones usually die. Prepare yourselves for what he's about to say.
6 months later, 1 year later, she goes into the toilet and there's some poo-poo right there in the toilet seat that you've left.
Bro, what the hell? Brother just left his mysterious masculine surprise in the toilet to assert dominance. You gotta be a man. Show her who's in charge. Just leave that massive dookie out for her to appreciate and wonder. One thing you can learn from fanboys is that girls like stuff clean, smelling like roses. You just don't leave your massive business in the toilet for your girlfriend to admire, unless you plan on giving her a heart attack. And I hope that he misspoke And he didn't leave his massive log in the seat. What's next? You start leaving it closer and closer to the door to start even more masculine energy? Poor girl must be traumatized and now attends to rallies saying that all men this, all men that. You're ruining it for all of us, man. Well, let me tell you a story, guys. When I was 17, me and a bunch of friends participated in a League of Legends tournament, and since it was away from home, we had to book an hotel. So it was five stinky guys sharing one hotel room. One of my friends goes to the bathroom to do his business, and when he gets out, the whole room instantly gets flooded with the smell of whatever he was doing in that bathroom. And let me tell you that my tolerance for bad smells is pretty high, and I've had to do really nasty jobs. But when that putrid, rotting smell entered my nose canal, I straight up puked all over the hotel room. I couldn't just hold it. It was that bad. And this is to say, if me, a guy that had to do some nasty jobs in his life, had such a bad reaction to the smell alone of another man's secretions, imagine a girl when she sees the full picture. And if it's on the toilet seat, even worse! This is not a relationship ender by any means. I just find it disgusting personally. What he says next, and this rationalization of the following events is even worse.
She comes back out and you're there kind of like lying around waiting for her to come back, speaking in your high-pitched voice because you wanted to keep cuddling. And she can't help but to lose attraction for you.
If I was the girl, I'd never even came back out. I'd be pronounced dead on the scene. Man, do you just ever go to the bathroom, leave a massive steamy pile of shit in the sink, and then come out and order your woman to go clean it in your deep and manly voice? That's what gets them really going. Girls love to be commanded to clean your shit in a manly voice. You can hear the panties just drop soaking wet after they hear you demanding to clean what you did. And what the hell is wrong with having a high-pitched voice? What high-pitched voice only hurt you? If you are like me and suffer from a not very deep voice, don't worry, bros. I feel your pain and frustration. God let you down and didn't bestow you with the Greek god's low rumbling deeper than Mariana Trench's voice, but it's just something you can't change. You need to accept your high-pitched voice and, like me, learn to live with it. Just focus on stuff you can change, like your body, your goals in life, and it's not your high-pitched voice that'll make a girl stop liking you. If she dated you for 6 months straight, unless you never ever talked to her during that time, it's not your voice that's making her stop liking you. Maybe leaving a massive brick on the toilet bowl is though. So just saying, if you thought that this rationalization was bad, wait to hear what Hamza is about to say next.
Oh no, but I love those moments when we turn into friends. But the truth is, and you know this, like you need to keep a polarized, mysterious relationship where you have that magical attraction between each other.
This Hamza's video is just the gift that keeps on giving. Honey, did you just leave a massive log in the toilet seat? No, babe. It was the mysterious shitter that goes around pooping on random people's bathrooms and lives without a trace. Please, honey, you need to stop speaking to me like that. I know it's you. There's no mysterious shitter. It's not real. You need to trust me and my deep voice. It's the mysterious shitter. I'm making fun and poking at Hamza here, but it's for a reason. Of course, that to an extent, in a relationship's first month, partners don't instantly share everything, so there's some sort of mysteriousness for both, not fully knowing each other, but you need to start slowly pulling that veil of mysticism. Clearly, I'm never showing my lock to a girl, but to each their own. If you want to show yours in a proud display of masculinity, be my guest. I also feel like not everything in a relationship should be shared, but like after you're together for an extended period of time, you should have your partner know most of the stuff. Are you supposed to put up a Batman facade forever? I guess that Hamza couldn't just handle this small shift in transition and they broke up. And I can't fail to notice that he's extracting every wrong lesson and passing it on to his audience. Hamza is a guy that's all about changing yourself. Go to gym, work and grind hard on stuff that you can't change, but then it's the high-pitched voice's fault? for your breakup? What's the remedy for that? Drink 1 gallon of whiskey every day and smoke a pack of Newports until your vocal cords barely work and your voice is resemblant to the Transformers intro? So it's not one thing that ends the relationship, it's an accumulation of multiple small things that usually lead to breakups. If you are leaving your shit in the toilet every time you go and your girlfriend is always complaining that she's disgusted by that, maybe it's a signal for you to change and start flushing. If the stream is not strong enough, wait and look at the toilet to make sure it isn't there looking back at you before you leave. You have to talk through your relationship if you want to maintain it for a long period of time. If you keep your mysterious facade, nothing is changing. And like Hamza, you'll eventually fall out of love because you were too busy pretending to be bad while your girl was giving you hints to change your disgusting behaviors.
It is normal to get into a relationship and to basically become like goofy friends with each other, where you're not magnetically sexually attracted to each other anymore, but you still have sex, but it becomes more mechanical than it does enchanting. It becomes more about just like kind of fucking randomly, where you skip foreplay compared to like doing the whole ritual that you guys used to do.
If this is what Hamza thinks it's normal, then it's not. Bro, you don't skip foreplay ever. You always preheat the oven. It's the most important part and what people generally give less attention to. No wonder your relationship failed. You were just smashing for the sake of smashing. Also, you leave shit stains in your toilet, but that's a completely different story. If you want to take any advice from this video, listen to what your partner has to say and their hints about what they don't like about you. Don't leave your shit stains on the toilet. That's absolutely disgusting. I can't even stand my own, let alone someone else's. Don't ever skip foreplay, or if you do, don't make it an habit. Don't put up your masculine guy facade forever. Just be yourself. Because if you are yourself when you first meet the person you like, you won't have to play pretend. If the person doesn't like who you are or your squeaky high-pitched voice, just go next. That person never liked you in the first place. You'll be wasting your time and theirs by pretending you're someone you're not. And this could have been very well the reason why Hamza's relationship failed. He made a girl fall in love with a fake version of him and he couldn't keep up the mask on, so they just fell out of love. Plain and simple. The rest of the video is okay. I guess that it's pretty hit or miss. He says some good things, some bad. He goes on to talk about how the hard part of the relationship is to actually maintain it, which I actually agree with. Don't think it's too much of a controversial take. If you get into a relationship and instantly get complacent and turn into a deadbeat slob, it's not a good feeling for your partner. You need to maintain the relationship fresh and keep working hard to get your goals and aspirations. But now, with a companion to support you during your journey so you can both grow together. And I hope that I successfully ended it in a high note. So leave a like if you've liked the video, a dislike if you've disliked it. Comment down below if you think that Hamza's advice was a brain dead take or not and why you think so. I read all of the comments and are the ones that I like the most. So subscribe if you are new to the channel and want to see more content like this, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye!